Minecraft's growth has been pretty crazy, considering it was the top game at the start last year anyway. It's still just grown to like crazy levels. It's still selling loads of copies, people are still picking it up like as a brand new game. People are finding new things to do with it all the time as well, whether that's like VR, education, all that kind of stuff. It's just such a universal game that everyone seems to love.
Since the 1980s, really, there's been a number of games, and they come along once in a while and they change the way people see games. They change the gaming industry for a variety of reasons, and Minecraft's one of those games. And the reason it's different and the reason it's so potent is because for the first time, really, kids have been able to create rather than destroy. Many games are all about conquering and commanding, whereas in Minecraft, you create, you build. But it's positive, and it's such a positive experience for the kids.
In May of 2009, a Swedish video game developer, Marcus Persson, or Notch as he was known online, created a small independent video game known as Minecraft, a simple sandbox survival style game. Little did he know the significant cultural impact that small indie game would have on not just the video game community, but the entire world. Famous for its cute aesthetic, intuitive game design, and infinite potential, Minecraft is now critically acclaimed, being cited as one of the greatest and most influential games ever made and is the biggest selling video game of all time. This is the story of how a game went from independent to global and cultural icon and a staple in modern pop culture. This is the story of how one man's side project became one of the largest franchises on planet Earth. Marcus Persson was born in Stockholm, Sweden in 1979 to a somewhat poor family and a father who suffered from a host of mental issues. However, he had an interest in video games from an early age. His father showed and taught him how to play games, and by age 7, Persson was programming his father's Commodore 128 computer. From a young age, he knew he wanted to become a video game developer, producing his first game at the age of only 8 years old. After beginning his career as a web designer, Notch worked at King, the company that developed games like Candy Crush, for over 4 years. He proved himself to be an up-and-coming developer at the time, was hoping for a breakthrough in the industry. Despite Persson in real life being an introverted person, his online persona of Notch allowed him to shed that and be more active and talkative with fans through blogs, Twitter, and more. His persona of a loudmouth fedora-wearing hero who stood up for indie games was important in building the reputation he and Mojang began to grow. This is where the early stages of Minecraft's development began with Cave Game in 2009. Created over just a couple of weeks in his spare time, Notch released a pre-alpha build of the game, Minecraft Classic as it was called, in May of 2009. At the time, it was nothing more than a simple building game with only a few block types. However, eventually, more and more things were added to the game, including a multiplayer mode which allowed and incentivized players to create and share the structures they had built in the game. The player model, known as Steve, is a now iconic part of Minecraft's imagery. However, the design and model was actually taken from another unreleased project Notch had made titled Zombie Town. He realized quickly that the blocky design of the zombie town humans would fit perfectly into Minecraft, and the low resolution meant it was possible for people to completely customize them easily. The name Steve began as a joke, as Notch just thought that it was the most generic name he could think of. However, throughout the years, it has become the official name for the character, with other official player characters being added as well, including a female character named Alex. By October of 2009, the basic skeleton of what would become the Minecraft we know today was already in place, with a few basic survival mechanics with enemies such as spiders, zombies, and arguably the most famous part of the whole game and its mascot, the creeper. Also added were passive animals like sheep and pigs, as well as new blocks including bedrock and TNT, which all helped to give the players more freedom and flexibility in how they can approach building and creating their worlds. The design of the now iconic creeper enemy came to be due to a simple error in the coding. When creating pigs for the game, he had accidentally mixed the length and height of the NPC around, creating the misshapen creeper. However, Notch liked the design so much he chose to keep it, simply using a grass texture to cover it, adding to its unique design. Thus, the explosive and iconic creeper was born. The music of Minecraft was made by C418, otherwise known as Daniel Rosenfield. A German musician who specializes in creative ambient soundscapes, the music of Minecraft is now a prominent and renowned part of the iconography. The music is bizarre, atmospheric, and minimalistic with a strange tinge of melancholy and nostalgia. It's a strange blend, but it works incredibly well within the game, giving it a unique atmosphere when playing. Minecraft wasn't the first to challenge players to survive, nor was it the first sandbox game, but its timing was perfect. Released for a whole generation, right when YouTube was beginning to gain popularity as well as other social media sites, causing the game to spread quickly through word of mouth and essentially free marketing.
So Minecraft is a great platform and great video game for content creators and viewers alike to connect through YouTube. Minecraft is a huge open world game. It's a sandbox game, meaning you're in control and it's up to you to be creative in your production process in terms of building things, playing with friends, and on top of that, it's great for YouTubers because it then means that we can come in, make unique content with this program that is just open for us to do whatever we want. Since it's such an open world game and there's so many options, it means that this community is built up on YouTube around YouTubers making things, and as a result, the players have come to YouTube to find out more, see what they can build, see what cool things are going on, and it sort of just creates this huge sort of community where people can come together, find other friends that are playing Minecraft and start playing with them, learn new things, as I said, through the Minecraft world, and it's bringing also like the younger generation really into the whole gaming thing. I think a lot of kids, one of the first games they play and one of their favorite games will be Minecraft because it's accessible on their mobile devices, it's accessible on their consoles, and it's meaning that these kids are getting into gaming, they're coming to YouTube, checking out our videos, and Minecraft has really benefited the whole of YouTube and the gaming scene because it's just blown up, and it's meant that more people understand about gaming and the fact that it lives on YouTube, and Minecraft has done many great things for the community.
It's just the massive creativity, I suppose. Like, you get to do anything on it, whereas most other games you actually just get to play them. But with Minecraft, you can do anything you want on it.
Minecraft is unique to me because I kind of find it relaxing. It's stress-free in a way. I can create if I want to, or just kill mobs and monsters and have fun that way and play with friends. So it's great that way.
To help back the development of the company, Notch began building a video game company from scratch, what would later become known as Mojang Studios, with the money earned from the game. Mojang began to grow massively in employees, making updates to come even more quickly and regularly. By 2010, the game had already came a long way and continued to constantly add new items and tweak others via patches, something which was, at the time, a unique approach to game design, and has now become much more common thanks in part to Minecraft. The game received an update in March that made the game's world infinite and added dungeons and rails to the game. In summer of that year, Minecraft officially went into its alpha build as well as introducing Redstone, one of the most complicated items in the game yet, allowing people to create complicated mechanisms and machines. Redstone has gone on to become a staple of Minecraft and is a huge part of players' builds and engineering techniques. The first Minecon, the Minecraft convention, was held in 2010 with more than 30 people total showing up to a park in Washington. During the early 2010s, an internet phenomenon known as creepypastas became widely popular, essentially short campfire tales like horror stories that were spread around the internet. One of these became the infamous Herobrine, a ghost story about an elusive second-player character appearing in people's games with glowing white eyes. The creepypasta not only added to the popularity of Minecraft, but has since been acknowledged by Notch and Mojang themselves. putting Herobrine into official game artwork and in update notes as an inside joke for the fans. And that wasn't the only spooky thing happening with the game. In October of that same year, the game received a huge update with the Nether, a vast, hellish alternate dimension, being added into the game along with different biomes in the regular world too. The Nether was a huge update for the game, as it not only brought a new dimension to the game's world, it also brought new mobs, block types, and more. By the end of 2010, the game had started to gain popularity with YouTubers, people like DanTDM, Captain Sparkles, and Ethos Labs, as well as groups like The Creatures or Yogscast helped build the game's popularity and notoriety on early YouTube by showing it off to a wider audience. YouTube, which was at the time really beginning to become what we know it as today. In December of 2010, Minecraft was brought into its beta stage.
What makes Minecraft stand out from other games is the fact that it's so pixelated and all these other games are so high definition. It really drags people in to see, oh, well, what's this? And really, all the builds that are created in them make it just fascinating. The main thing I like about Minecraft is being able to create little houses. I regularly create villages on multiplayer servers for people to play on, mainly with farms, like all on a 16 by 16 chunk, and just helping people be happy.
Minecraft's going really fast. I mean, we've seen evidence of that, and the figures just show it. Hundreds of thousands of copies sold. Really, it's a baby of a game. Saying that, a lot of games by now have had their shelf life. A lot of games have come and gone, and people have forgotten about them. And actually, with something like, say, Call of Duty, for example, which kids shouldn't play, but Call of Duty, they have to keep re-releasing that. At one point, it was one every 6 months in order to keep it going. But Minecraft's going exponentially is because of that creative element. Suddenly you can start to build whatever you want. So people have started to say, well, originally we built fantasy landscapes. Then we started to think, well, what if we built our own landscapes? Then we started to put open data in, and we worked with Ordnance Survey here in the UK to make topographically accurate maps of the UK. And then people started to say, well, we'll use those maps to build real buildings and so on. And suddenly, I'm currently building Edinburgh at the moment. It's just grown, and right to the point now where the United Nations are using Minecraft because there's so many uses for it. And so it has grown fast, but there's many, many good reasons for that.
By the time January 2011 rolled around, the entire world knew of Minecraft even without the game being in a fully finished state. The game had reached 1 million registered accounts, and just 6 months later would reach 10 million.
Minecraft's popularity is only getting bigger and bigger.
One of the unique things about Minecraft is it appeals to all ages. I think when Minecraft began, there was quite an older audience for it. And then it shifted to the opposite end of the spectrum, where you've got people as young as 3 picking it up and playing Minecraft.
It's such an open game and you can do what you want. That means you've got the possibility to build what you want, make what you want, do what you want. And I think that's what grabs people.
It's the fact that it can be for anyone. I don't think there's one specific thing, because for everyone, Minecraft is different.
The fact that this blew up and became so big, and it's not a violent game, and people can be creative and world builders and architects.
Since new stuff does come out every day and new things are being made in Minecraft every day, there'll be even more of a shift in seeing Minecraft as a tool, for education, for teaching. But I think every day is just a new day for Minecraft, and anything can happen.
Who could ever have predicted this game that just block builder would ever be as big as it is today?
The game also began to heavily feature a dedicated modding community, who would regularly create and release mods for the game for completely free, changing how players would interact with Minecraft even further. Throughout the years, this community would only grow more and more in scale. The beta for Minecraft brought much to the game, including tameable wolves, beds, a hunger mechanic, villagers, and the Enderman enemy, based off of the popular, at the time, creepypasta, Slenderman. With each of these updates, the game only grew in popularity, with YouTubers continuing to support it, reaching millions of views.
So in terms of Minecraft as a game, it was developed by Mojang who I believe was like a sort of small indie development company that just started working on Minecraft as a fun project, and it started gaining traction during the alpha phase, so very, very near the beginning of Minecraft. And it was available on PC. I think you could pay a little bit of money to get early access and sort of test the game, see if there were any bugs in it, and sort of help out with the development phase. And then it moved into the beta phase as well. Again, the game wasn't fully ready, and this was all on PC, so probably before the general public or most gamers even knew about Minecraft. I played it a little bit back then, and then finally the game was fully released to the world, available on PC, and now it's available on multiple platforms: Xbox, iPhone, PlayStation, and PC. So it's really developed from just like a small fun project into this huge mainstream game played by millions upon millions of people around the whole world, which is crazy.
Minecraft stood out to me because it was something that I could use to do so many things on. Like, it's not just one base thing, it's like an open kind of like thing where you can do different series on it, different things, and plus it's fun as well, so you can do multiplayer games and stuff like that.
It's such an open game and you can do what you want. That means you've got the possibility to build what you want, make what you want, do what you want, and I think that's what grabs people.
Like, you can do Minecraft mini games, you can do adventure maps, you can do parkour maps. It's just a crazy amount of things you can do. It's not just for kids. You can do things which older kids would attract. Like, there's horror games and stuff like that, and there's like GTA in it now, so it's really good.
In late 2011, the game was finally released to the public, officially completed. On December 3rd of the same year, Notch was replaced by Jens Jeb Bergensten as the lead designer of the game, at which point he lost full creative control of Minecraft. The 1.0 update, or the Adventure Update as it was nicknamed, came at the height of Minecraft's popularity, bringing new updates to the game, including the End, an area akin to the Nether, which included a boss fight, the Ender Dragon, and an actual ending to the game if completed. The ending itself is perplexing, with a scrolling credits screen that is a poem of two characters talking with one another about life and creation. Players have theorized about its meaning, but ultimately, it's left ambiguous. The Adventure Update was officially released during Minecon 2011, which was also the first year of a true Minecraft convention, this time with 5,000 people attending, in Las Vegas, Nevada. By the time 2012 rolled around, the game had become a global phenomenon. It was officially released on Xbox consoles, had its first official LEGO set released, and with its exposure by YouTubers and forums as well as word of mouth, the game had amassed a large and dedicated fan base. In March of 2013, an update came that made Redstone even more complicated and varied, allowing people to make entire machines. Since 2013, Minecraft has been taught in some schools, with a special education edition of the game being used to teach children a range of subjects like math, art, science, geography, and history. The game was released on PlayStation 3 in 2013, with an update also bringing horses into the game. In November of 2014, Mojang was acquired by Microsoft for $2.5 billion. This was a massive acquisition for Microsoft, with the game being ported onto all gaming consoles, becoming even more accessible to the general audiences. Despite the sale being a huge deal for the game and for Mojang as a studio, many thought that it was hypocritical for Notch to do this, as his whole early career online had him speaking out against big corporations and chastising other indie games for selling out to larger corporations, only for him to do it himself. Despite this, however, the deal was done, and Persson took a big step back from the gaming and online world as Minecraft was now under new ownership. Since its acquisition, Microsoft has added many improvements to the game, including crossplay and a marketplace to the game, allowing modders to make money from mods. Content updates have been much more slower and drip-fed to players compared to the constant updates of the early years. The community has been vocal about these much slower updates. However, Minecraft is still beloved and played by millions to this day, despite the slower updates and additions. In October of 2016, the first episode of Minecraft Story Mode was released on multiple gaming consoles as well as Netflix. Made by the developers Telltale Games, it was starkly different from the Minecraft we all know. Instead, it was a point-and-click narrative-driven adventure game taking place within the Minecraft world. It was released to mixed reception. However, due to Telltale Games shutting down in 2018, the project has ultimately ended. In 2017, Minecraft was launched on the Nintendo Switch, as well as a Minecraft novel being released. Mojang also began to hold a vote for which mob to add to the game. This vote, which is held yearly to add a new mob, is actually extremely unpopular with fans, as it is seen as lazy, with fans being adamant that Mojang could implement all mobs if they wanted to, but don't simply because it would be too much effort. There have even been accusations of rigging the vote by fans, a far cry from the swift and constant updates of the early era of the game. From Microsoft's acquisition, the game's updates have came at a much slower pace. However, they have still been substantial, including the Combat Update, the Caves Update, and the Nether Update, all refining and expanding Minecraft in even more ways. 2019 brought a new augmented reality Minecraft game for phones. However, it was later shut down due to the COVID pandemic. After releasing multiple updates adding even more blocks and mobs, as well as a huge overhaul to the Nether in 2020, and an update to how caves and mountains spawn within the world, Minecraft barely resembles the simple alpha cave game it started as. With Minecraft now readily available on all gaming consoles and still easily moddable on PC, the game is now the easiest it has ever been to get into, due to it being available on all platforms. The game has gotten so big that even a movie has been announced. The word Minecraft has been searched on Google more times than the Bible, Harry Potter, and Justin Bieber. Minecraft has been used for many reasons, beyond just gaming, including for art pieces, rebuilding historical buildings, and even the entire country of Denmark in a one-to-one scale. Almost anything you can think of has been built within the game, and the creativity possible in Minecraft is unbelievable to say the least. The creative limits of the game have truly been tested, and a boundary for what is possible has yet to be discovered. In 2020, a dungeon crawler type spin-off game named Minecraft Dungeons was released. With an isometric perspective and a procedurally generated world, it was a totally different type of game compared to the original. In 2023, Minecraft Legends was released, a real-time action strategy game, proving that the Minecraft world can explore other genres and types of video games, further diversifying the franchise. From June 2016 to May 2020, Minecraft players logged an estimated 597.6 billion hours of playtime, which equates to 68.22 million years of gameplay. Minecraft has become such a well-known franchise around the world that Steve was added into the crossover video game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, a game that is seen by many as including Hall of Fame video game characters like Mario, Sora from the Kingdom Hearts series, Ryu from Street Fighter, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, Snake from Metal Gear Solid, Joker from Persona, and many, many more, firmly cementing Steve among the greats in video game royalty. With Sakurai, the creator of Smash Bros., talking about how he is an avid player of Minecraft and knew that he needed to be in the game.
Well, I got into it in a slightly different way to most people. My brother's a YouTuber and he asked me to be in a series where he taught me how to play Minecraft. And he had been doing it for years, and I would always go in his room and he's just sort of playing. I took no notice of it. I wasn't into any games or anything. And then I did this series with him where he taught me how to play, and I was like, oh, like, can I maybe borrow your old Xbox and like start playing? And he was like, oh, you should make your own channel and things like that. So it was over a space of, I think, 15 episodes, I got hooked onto Minecraft.
Minecraft in education is really exciting because it's a new way for kids to learn in a visual way. Me in particular, I'm a very visual learner rather than like reading words on a page. So doing stuff like, I've heard of a project where they build towns and villages in Africa so they can learn how different life is to how they live now, but they can experience that in first person in Minecraft. So stuff like that is really awesome. We've also got the maths aspect of Minecraft, the coding versions, like all the command blocks and stuff in Minecraft is really intense. redstone. I've seen people make like full computers in Minecraft, and people as young as 12, 14 coding mods for Minecraft, which is insane. Since new stuff does come out every day and new things are being made in Minecraft every day, there'll be even more of a shift in seeing Minecraft as a tool for education, for teaching, and maybe some VR stuff that we've kind of seen already. It's quite exciting, but I think today is just a new day for Minecraft and anything can happen.
So it's crazy seeing Minecraft being used as an education tool in schools around the world, because it's such a simple game at the sort of surface level, but as you get into the game it becomes very complicated, and you've got kids playing this game, but you've also got adults creating crazy things within Minecraft using the redstone that's available. You can make different circuits, different builds that like physically move and do crazy things, and because of this and the learning process involved, it's being carried over into situations where kids are being taught the basics of things like circuits through redstones and through the implication of the building process in Minecraft. So it's being used for positive reasons as well, and it's great to see kids picking up things that probably they can relate to easier and understand easier through Minecraft as a video game, and using that as a positive way of teaching kids about things that maybe wouldn't be quite as interesting if they were learning it through traditional methods at school.
Education and video games. Usually those are two words not put together very often. Video games are thought of as fighting games, combat, violence, war games, all this sort of thing. But that's very different these days. There's always been puzzle games, there's always been other types of gaming, but the ones that tended to make the press would be the ones that had the negative connotations. But things have changed a lot, and Minecraft in particular has done a lot to change that, because it's a pure sandbox.
Immersive Minds brings together a collective of people from all around the world that basically do creative things with technologies, animation, podcasting, filmmaking, but primarily games-based learning. So what we do is, the last sort of 5 years of our business has been putting games and games-based learning into education, heritage, museums, galleries, charities, schools, all around the world. We also run a dedicated Minecraft server for parents and teachers, and we work primarily with adults with Minecraft, because there is a big thing just now about Minecraft's addictive. And addictive is a word that's kind of thrown out there quite a bit. And actually, anything can be addictive, and in particular computer games. And there's white papers to support this. Is what we found is that Minecraft really engages on a very deep cognitive and even behavioural and emotional level for children. What we try to do is bring parents into that fold and say, look, here's what's happening in your child's brain while this is happening, here's what's happening emotionally, and here's what's happening behaviourally while your children are playing Minecraft. Let's capitalise on this, and let's throw in some curriculum learning that the kids don't even know they're doing, because let's face it, they don't want to know they're doing maths, but we get them doing maths. And also let's look at the soft skills development, things like patience and collaboration, teamwork, communication, judgment making and decision making and stuff like that.
I think Minecraft has an amazing creative element, because it doesn't limit what you can create. You can create literally whatever you can imagine, you can create it.
I learn a lot from Minecraft, really. It teaches about reflexes, on survival, and just being creative.
First impressions, I'm quite impressed actually. I didn't know you can do all them sorts of things. I thought it was just a game, like you play an Xbox or something, but you can do anything with it.
We're using Minecraft to kind of bring that learning out, and this is the thing, is that a lot of people said to me in the past, isn't Minecraft just kind of like that surface level thing where the kids play and then they kind of leave that place? And it's like, actually, you can get some really deep and meaningful learning right across the curriculum by using Minecraft to eke it out. There's a vast amount of YouTubers out there that I have a lot of respect for. They're clever. They found something they enjoyed. They find something that works. They learn how to use it, and then they apply it to their livelihood. And I just think that's such a phenomenal thing. It's what lies at the basis of Immersive Minds for me. Let's find something that works. Let's find something that's fun. Let's find something we can really sort of get our teeth into in terms of fun and play. Let's learn how to use it, and let's apply it to teaching and learning. What I'd really love to do is just to be able to work with these people, just to really look at, well, how do we get what you do and put it into education, into schools, to the little hearts and minds of the people that you're reaching anyway, and really start to affect change within education through the YouTube community.
I believe that Minecraft is great for education. There's so many things in Minecraft. It's such a wide game where you can do so much things. And we're even sitting in a booth now that does a lot of like Minecraft educational work. I think it's in something like 500 schools in the UK already, on loads of different things, but I've seen firsthand what it can do for kids, and it's a different type of learning. So kids are used to going into school and being a little bit bored sometimes, and they come home for this escape playing Minecraft. But why can't Minecraft be in schools and be the escape with education? There's lots you can learn from it. As I said, it's such an open game, anything can be built, anything can be done. So there's so much possibility for that, and there's these amazing companies working really well with it. I'm working with Watery, the charity at the minute, and they're working on some really cool stuff for like educational Minecraft to teach a little bit more about the charity and, you know, other countries and whatnot.
I like to use it as an educational tool too, because not only is it teaching real life stuff like building and also food recipes as well, which is really interesting. Obviously, most kids don't realize that meat comes from an actual animal until you play Minecraft, and you can see firsthand that it does. So it's very, very good for that. Most of the games don't really teach stuff like that, so it's really great.
So I guess you have to ask yourself why Microsoft does anything, and ultimately with Microsoft the bottom line is always the bottom line. $2.5 billion sounds like an awful lot of money to URI, but Microsoft has at least $8 billion in cash, or what it calls short-term investments. So it really is pocket change to Microsoft. Also, it's not buying a startup that's going nowhere. As we know, Mojang is a hugely successful organisation, a hugely profitable organisation. So in purchasing Mojang and Minecraft, Microsoft is spending $2.5 billion to get a $2.5 billion asset. And at the same time, it's already said that within the first year it expects to make as much in profits as it would have made in interest payments from just having the money lying around. So that's the basic fiscal reason. Now, of course, Microsoft could go out and buy Starbucks or something like that if it just wanted to make money. So there's more to it than that. And what Microsoft's buying in Mojang essentially is Minecraft. And what it's buying in Minecraft is a product and an audience that completes what Microsoft really wants to have and what it doesn't currently have. If you take a look at Microsoft, you've got an organisation that is hugely financially successful and robust in a financial situation. Its major products, and the products for which it's mainly known, are things like Windows and Office, both of which are great products, but they're not things that particularly inspire love or joy in their audiences. They're also mainly aimed, or at least perceived to be aimed, at markets that are at least slowly in decline. So desktop PCs and laptops principally use Windows and Office, and as we all know, mobile and the cloud is where the future of personal computing is going. Microsoft kind of missed the boat on mobile a little bit, and it's now desperately trying to catch up with purchases like the Nokia purchase, and Minecraft fits into that. Buying Mojang gives it access to Minecraft the product, but it also gives it access to that audience of young, engaged, excited people who contribute to the product, who actually make the product better themselves in a way that no other Windows or Office product could ever dream of having.
It now means that Microsoft sort of have Minecraft under their umbrella, and they can sort of oversee the development and the future of Minecraft. There's a lot of mixed sort of opinions on this. Personally, I don't think it's going to affect the game directly anywhere in the near foreseeable future. I think if anything, it's going to offer a lot of support and a lot of infrastructure to help the guys making Minecraft into something bigger and better in the future, have Microsoft behind them to guide them, to help them. I'm pretty sure the game will stay multi-platform, so it's still being developed across PlayStation, iPhone, etc., and will still be available on all of those platforms. And hopefully it's only going to be a positive thing, which means that Minecraft, as I said, will have more support in its development phases as it moves forwards, meaning that things will be done quicker, more effectively, the distribution will be quicker. So I think in all honesty, it's probably only a good thing. You can't really tell what's going to happen. Often these big companies like Microsoft buy up things like Minecraft and don't really do too much with them, just sort of have them under their umbrella so they can keep control of it, rather than maybe Sony coming along and trying to buy them up and then a rival having this huge game under their control. So I think it should only be a good thing, hopefully, and I don't think it's going to result in anything bad. It should just allow Minecraft to become even bigger than it is right now.
With Microsoft's purchase of Minecraft, it re-raises the question of the future of Minecraft. And it's a really important question, of course. If we're going to hope to maintain the community and actually maintain it in education, I think it's a very, very valid question. But I'm actually very hopeful of it. And the reason I'm hopeful for it is because I think the community is so strong, and I think Microsoft must understand that you don't buy something without researching it first. And I just believe that it's such a powerful tool with such a powerful network that I just think that they're going to do the right thing with it, and that's to maintain it, keep it open, and hopefully allow the community to continue to build on that. I mean, ultimately, if you leave the community to grow, you can only make more money from it. It hasn't peaked yet, and I'm sure that's what they're going to do. In my heart, I am hoping that that's what they're going to do.
On the face of it, Microsoft's kind of promised to the Minecraft audience that it's not going to do a great deal to mess up what is a great product and a great loved product right now. But of course, why would you buy something unless you've got plans of things that you're going to do with it? I wouldn't expect great changes quickly. I certainly wouldn't expect Microsoft to start recoding Minecraft in any way or changing it, because it works perfectly as it is, and what Microsoft's buying is the ability to produce a product like that, which it can't currently do. However, I would be surprised if in the longer term we don't start to see some exclusives for Microsoft's other products. So for instance, you might find that the latest Minecraft update, the latest Minecraft product is available first on Xbox before it goes to PlayStation. Maybe you'll find that the mobile product goes to Windows Phone before it goes anywhere else. And in the fullness of time, we might start seeing Minecraft branded products, like a Minecraft branded smartphone. It's very difficult for Microsoft to get young people to buy Windows phones. They're just not sexy. There's some suggestion that at some stage they might make an Xbox branded phone or an Xbox branded tablet. How compelling would it be if there was a relatively inexpensive smartphone that you could buy that was called the X phone and came with Minecraft baked into the operating system? It's pure speculation, but that's the kind of thing that would allow Microsoft to access that young and dynamic audience from its existing product platform.
Notch has become a billionaire after selling Minecraft, making him a member of the Forbes World's Billionaires list. He has bought a $70 million house in Beverly Hills, the most expensive ever built, and has since created a new company with Mojang co-founder Jacob Porser named Rubberbrain. Though they are yet to publish anything, the option is always there if Notch wishes to return to the gaming world. He has, however, been criticized for some statements and comments he has made on social media, with Microsoft going so far as not inviting him to the 10th anniversary celebration of the game he created. Despite these controversies and some people's opinions on him, selling out Notch has stated he feels that he was right to walk away from it, as it was causing him a huge amount of stress to constantly update it, and it made sense for him to sell it to a bigger company who could handle it. Quoting Leonardo da Vinci, Notch stated, "Art is never finished, only abandoned."
The future of Minecraft has always been a really interesting one, because when it first came out and people like myself in the education community kind of dived on it as an alpha and then kind of moved through the different stages right up to where we are now, we were never in doubt, and I was certainly never in doubt, that it was going to grow and grow and grow and grow, and it hasn't even peaked yet. I mean, it literally, as a game, it just hasn't peaked yet.
Well, a lot of people have an assumption that Minecraft will eventually die. It will, you know, like games have their time, but Minecraft's been going strong for like a good 5 years now, and it's as I said earlier, it's constantly updating, and it's always updating with new things, new items, and I really can't see it dying out anytime soon. So I think that's just amazing that someone can keep keep the game going for that long. So I'm just interested to see what Microsoft will do with it, if there's any big updates. I know they're working on like a special Windows 10 version and whatnot, so it'd be exciting to see that.
So the future for me is very clear. It's pretty much always going to be there. And one of the questions that I've been asked is, what if the developers just drop? What if the developers just go, you know what, I'm out? But the way it's been developed and the community that it's built is such that I don't think it's going to, even then I think the community would maintain it, the source code might become available, it might become abandonware eventually, I don't know, but ultimately I don't think the game's going to go anywhere in the next few years at least.
It's just an open post of possibilities. Like, there's so much that could happen with it. Like, I know there's going to be like so many updates and stuff like that, and maybe there's going to be more audiences to it. So it's a really hard question to say, you know, what is going to happen to it, because so many things could happen to it. It could fail, it could grow bigger. It's just so many possibilities. This has honestly been the best experience of my life these last 2 years, and I wouldn't ask for anything more. Minecraft has definitely been a huge open door to me.
Minecraft has captured the hearts and minds of many around the world of all ages and demographics. What started as a YouTuber trend has become a global phenomenon and one of the biggest games on the entire planet. With iconography that has made its way into pop culture, its simple yet addictive gameplay has led to infinite possibilities and hours upon hours of entertainment, and is a staple of 2010's culture. Looking at the game now compared to how it looked 10 years ago, it's almost hard to believe how far it has come. A game that people have grown up with and bonded together in. It has defined an entire generation and holds a special place in the hearts of many. It is still one of the most streamed games on Twitch, and Let's Plays of Minecraft are still commonplace on YouTube to this day. Minecraft will forever hold relevance in mainstream culture and has become an iconic part of the gaming world, changing the landscape of not just indie games, but all games forever.
So now you guys have heard a ton of information about Minecraft, but we've only just scratched the surface here. You guys can pick up a copy of the game, jump on YouTube and learn more about what Minecraft is all about. Experience it for yourself, because that's the best way to do it, and find out what Minecraft is all about.